Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm making a really exciting video. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I am home on winter break. I just finished my first semester at Fordham University. So many of you guys are curious about like what my first semester was like, what Fordham is like, because so many of you guys have gotten into Fordham. So yeah, we're talking about everything Fordham today. Pros, cons, everything you have to know. I hope this covers everything. Starting off, a little bit about me. I am a first year at the Rose Hill campus, which is in the Bronx. I am in the Gabelli School of Business, majoring in marketing. First and foremost, Fordham is your college. It is your school. So we're gonna start off with classes and what that's like. My first year, a freshman year, I took 5 classes. I took macroeconomics, finite math, philosophy, understanding historical change, basically a history class, and I learned about Africa, and ground floor, which is your business class. Honestly, you take a lot of core classes your freshman year and you kind of just like get those out of the way. I didn't absolutely love my classes, but I just think that they didn't really interest me as much as something like more marketing related would, but that is the core curriculum. But it's helpful in the sense of like I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and it kind of like guides you in that way. A class I really did enjoy was ground floor. That's your business class, and I got to work with a team. There was 6 of us and we all like worked on different business projects together, and I love my team. We're still friends, we still text. My professors are pretty good. Pretty much every professor is on Rate My Professor, so if you're ever worried about that, you can just always look it up on there. Finite was probably my hardest class. Math, I just doesn't come naturally to me. Sorry, my sister's like washing her hair. You get something out of every single class you take, even if it doesn't interest you. Now for next semester, I'm taking 6 classes. I'm taking statistics, calculus, microeconomics, and then I'm taking theology, composition, and this like career class to like learn about like your LinkedIn and stuff. This is all like required classes that I have to take in order to like keep progressing. I'm excited though because I'm taking theology at the Lincoln Center campus, which is something great about Fordham, is that if you're at the Rose Hill campus or the Lincoln Center campus, you can take classes at either. Basically, I get free Van passes and I get to go to Lincoln Center to take my theology class. Lincoln Center is in Manhattan, it's in Lincoln Center, and it's right near Columbus Circle and Central Park. You're not required to take a class on the other campus, that's up to you, but I really wanted to take a class at Lincoln Center because I love Manhattan and I love going there, and I feel like it will just help me integrate myself more into New York City. Next thing is kind of like the living situation at Fordham. What's it like, specifically freshman housing, like what's that like? I'm reading off of my laptop right now, but there's Loyola, South, Loschert, Queens, Martyrs, Tierney, and Faber. I mean, the best place to be is Loyola Hall. I mean, it genuinely is like the best place ever. Loyola Hall is amazing because you have a sink in your room and you have like hardwood floors and you have air conditioning and heating. Some other dorms don't have AC. I believe it's South and Loschert that I know for sure do not have AC. None of the other dorms have sinks in their room, but Loyola does, so that helps you because you only need to go to the like communal bathroom to shower and to go to the bathroom. Loyola, you have to do a little bit of extra work to get in. You have to write an essay, but it's nothing too crazy. And then you also, I think, have a couple of extra assignments to be in Loyola, but it's really not that bad. Since it's an integrated learning community, you really connect with the people in your dorm, which I think is amazing, and you can make amazing friends through Loyola. All the other dorms, I'm pretty sure, are just pretty standard. For your roommate, you can either pick your roommate or you can go random. A great way to pick your roommate is if you like join one of like the Instagram pages and like you post yourself and then you talk to everyone and you're like, oh, like, do you want to room with me? Oh yeah, I want to room with you. Okay, great. Or you could go random. I went random and I really like my roommates. No matter if you go random or if you pick your roommate, you are gonna have some roommate struggles, so definitely be ready for that. Please, like before you get to college, just like remember that you're living with other people and everyone lives differently, so be able to compromise, be able to have open conversations with your roommates, and you really have to kind of adult. Once you start living with other people, you have to talk about things and like figure things out. Being on campus, it's all gated, and at every gate there's a retired NYPD officer, so you're locked, you're safe. As soon as you step on that campus, like you know that you're like fine. Even stepping off campus, I feel very safe. Like I stay with friends all the time usually when I go off campus, but it's nothing where I'm ever like, I walk off and I'm like immediately like really anxious. I honestly feel safe. There's so many delis, so many food things around, so many cool places in the Bronx. Specifically in the Bronx, we have Arthur Avenue, which is great, which is like a little Italy, and there's so many Italian shops and restaurants and like markets to go to, so that is so fun. Other than that, there are also so many other cool places in the Bronx. Like I have friends who just like explore different places. Obviously, if you're gonna do that, make sure you're with friends, make sure you're with like a good group of people. The food off campus is amazing. Again, we have delis, we have pizza, we have Arthur Avenue with all of the Italian food, and on campus we also have food. And it's honestly okay. I expected that when I would like eat Fordham food, I would like die. I just did not think, I thought it would be horrible. I thought it'd be like dog food mixed with like manure. It's really not that bad. It's just college food. I don't know like how much better other campuses are. I just think it's like pretty standard college food. The dining hall omelets we have are so good. Like so good. The omelets at the dining hall, I'm telling you, so good. So you might think, wow, you only have the dining hall. But that's not true. We have so many other places on campus that you can go to for meal exchanges. We have like a place that's similar to Panera. We have a sandwich place, poke bowls, boba, bagels. We have this place like where you can get like wraps and salads and smoothies. Those are all pretty good, but the only thing is that like you kind of get sick of the food pretty easily, like having the same like 5 or 6 options. But at the same time, you're in New York City and you can get whatever food like wherever. So if you're sick of the food and you want to go out to dinner and you want to like go into Manhattan, you can go get food. Like I got Turkish food with my friends and it was so good. Now the people at Fordham are horrible. No, I'm kidding. I love everyone who I've met. They've all been absolutely amazing. I have so many different friends and they're just like the nicest people ever. At the same time, like you're gonna hear that from any college. Like everyone's gonna tell you the people are the best, the people are amazing. So it's really like if they're your vibe. Like for me, like the people at Fordham are my vibe. They're so nice, they're so sweet. They want to like integrate themselves into the city. They want to explore. It's great. I love my friends. Obviously, there's probably some people at Fordham who aren't nice. I haven't really encountered anyone who I've been like, but that's just my personal experience. Being at a school in New York City and having our business school be like really like serious, you do have some finance bros. But I mean, moving on to like clubs and activities and sports. Fordham is D1. We have some really great teams. I have some friends on the women's soccer team who are absolutely amazing and I love them. Fordham is D1, so you can kind of like take that really seriously and like go to every football game, go to every soccer game, go to every basketball game. But it's not too crazy. It's kind of what you make of it. So if you're not really into sports and you don't want to watch all the games, you don't have to. It's not like a big thing when you have to go to all the games. It's just like if you want to, you go. But if not, it doesn't make any difference. It's what you make of it, which I think, again, is just like perfect. Then we also have club teams. So if you want to like play a sport but you don't want to be like too serious, you can do club teams, which is really fun and exciting. And I'm pretty sure they like travel around fun places. I don't know. Now intramural teams is so fun because you kind of just mess around, goof around with all your friends. I played soccer competitively my entire life and then I stopped before college. But I knew coming in that I wanted to play intramural soccer because I'm like, that will just be fun. I'm like, I can actually enjoy the sport that I've been playing for a really long time. Now, Fordham's intramural soccer program is mainly guys. Like, there's like maybe 3 girls in the entire league. And it's nothing like, girls are welcome. It's just that there's not many. So I'm on an all-boys intramural team and they are the nicest people ever. I love my team. We are so fun and we always go out for pizza after we win a game. I've also played volleyball with some of my friends in my dorm and it's been so fun. So I definitely recommend like to do a intramural sport of some kind. If you're like, hey, like I hate sports, I don't want anything to do with it, that is totally fine because we have a million clubs. That is something that's so similar to every college, so I don't want to be like, yeah, we have clubs, like you can make your own club, you can do this, like it's great. Like, I mean, every other college pretty much has that as well, so I don't want to like vamp that up too much, but that is an option at Fordham. Like you can make your own club and you also can join like pretty much any club that you want to join. And there's something for everyone. Like my friends and I, we want to start a club, which is going to be so fun. Off-campus activities, so many things to do. If you're going to Fordham, you have to remember you are in New York City and there's just so much at like the tip of your fingers. Like you can do anything. Like genuinely, like I feel like I can do anything when I'm there. I love to explore Manhattan, as do many people. You can take the Metro North, you can take the Ram van, you can take the subway, you can Uber. Like you can get into Manhattan very easily in like 20 minutes. I always take the Metro North, which is about $5 when I get right into Manhattan, or you can take the Ram van, which takes you right from campus directly to the Lincoln Center campus. That is a little bit cheaper. I'm pretty sure it's like $3.90 or something, and it does take longer. It's like 40-ish minutes because you are driving. So I don't know, but it could be like 25 minutes if there's no traffic. Manhattan, there is so much to do. There are so many different places to explore. I love to go downtown to like Greenwich Village and the East Village. I've had friends who have explored Brooklyn. I've had friends to explore like Queens and like all different areas of New York City. Some of my friends have even explored like the suburbs of New York that are pretty close by, so that's amazing too, and they've loved that. If you don't want to go like outside of the Bronx, we do have amazing places in the Bronx as well. For example, the Botanical Gardens and the zoo. I specifically love the Botanical Gardens because it's just so peaceful and you get to walk through. There's a cute coffee shop. So nice. I love going with my friends, and I also love going alone. You can run, you can walk. It's great. I have not been to the zoo yet, but I do want to go to the zoo. So, time for nightlife. I don't think Fordham is a party school. I also don't know. I think we're pretty like if you want to party, party. If you don't want to party, don't. There are places off campus that you go to, and it is just so fun, and it is very safe. The only people who are out at night in the Bronx during like when you're going out are Fordham kids, so you're fine. But still, you should be with friends. I mean, you're going out. You should not go out alone. Like, be with your friends. The one thing that's like kind of annoying about nightlife is that you go out at like 11:30, which is really normal for like all city schools, but like you go out really late and you get back really like early in the morning. So like you might go out at like 11:30 and come back at 4:30 a.m. But I mean, it's fun. I can't even lie. Another fun thing about going out is that there are so many different places, like 24-hour like delis and like pizza. So you can go out, and then if you're like, oh man, I'm really hungry, there's nowhere to eat on campus and I don't have any food in my dorm, well, there's like Pugsley's Pizza, which you can go and get a bite, or like there's a deli that's open where you can go and like get a bagel or get whatever you want. You also can probably go out in Manhattan. I have not gone out in Manhattan yet, but I really, really want to. You can also like go out at night and like not go crazy. You can just like go and watch a Broadway show, or like go and do a like, I don't even know, like a fun late night dinner or something like that. There's also the option of staying in, and a lot of people stay in. I stay in a lot. Like, it is so normal. And again, if you want to go out, you go out and you can. If you don't, it's not frowned upon. So I love that about Fordham. I've done like movie night on Eddie's Parade, which is our little like quad. I've done movie nights with my friends. I've just stayed in one night, just got like early night sleep, which is so nice. That was pretty much like a good overview. I'm gonna look at some questions that you guys asked me on my Instagram, and let's answer some of those. This one is, describe your Fordham experience in one song. And so far I would say welcome to New York. I mean, I'm new to the city and I'm exploring and I'm loving it. So that's my one song. Okay, next one is, what's the best freshman housing? And my answer to that is Loyola. As you guys know, it is the best. And I mean, there's some bias there, but it's the best. Did you stay in contact with your hometown friends? I did, and staying in contact is something that is hard about college in general, but you just have to put in the effort, and if you both put in the effort, then you stay in contact. There are also some people who I didn't really like talk to while I was at college, but like coming back home, like we met again, and it like was just like we never left. So that happens as well. And again, you want to put in the effort, you do, but if not, it's okay. Was the workload what you expected it to be? Honestly, yes, it's definitely much harder than it was in high school, but it's another step in my like education, so I did expect it to be harder and like a lot more, and it is. But let me tell you guys, it definitely is manageable. You have a lot of time to get your work done, so put that first, make it a priority, and you'll be fine. This one's kind of like asking and mentioning about like Fordham and the college experience in New York City. A lot of people will say that if you go to a city school, you don't really get that college experience. However, that's the great thing about Fordham Rose Hill, is that you really do. It definitely is your typical college experience, I would say, because you're on that like standard college campus, and there's also like normal college parties off campus, and then you have the great privilege of also being able to go into the city. However, if you want to be in any city school in general, like in Manhattan, and you don't want to have like your typical college campus, that is totally up to you. If you want to be in the city and if you want to be doing your thing, then you do it, and don't let other people tell you that you need a standard basic college experience. I have friends at NYU, at Pace, at Fordham, Lincoln Center, and they absolutely love it and they're enjoying college. So again, it's really what you want and what you think you need for your college experience. This one asks, how is navigating the subways or just finding your way around New York City in general? For me, before even coming to Fordham, I went to New York a lot, so I kind of knew the streets and the cities, but it is so easy, all a grid. So like you have your avenues that go down, and then you have all your streets that go like across. The subways, if you know the map, honestly, just like keep looking at the map and like you'll know New York City. It's so specifically Manhattan, but it's so easy. The subways, you'll see what lines they take and like what streets they take. So if you like look at the subway map, you'll see like the different lines, so you'll know what you have to take. But if you're confused, Apple Maps is your savior. If you don't have Apple Maps, if you don't have like an Apple phone, do Google Maps, same thing. I'm getting so many questions about making friends and like the social life at Fordham. Everyone's in the same boat. Everyone wants to make friends, and there's so many great things to do, like, hey, do you want to go grab lunch in the city? Or hey, do you want to go like to this coffee shop on campus? You have to be able to make yourself uncomfortable when you first get into college by talking to a whole bunch of people, because that's really how you're going to make friends. Or you'll just simply make them through classes and clubs. Like some of my best friends are from my different classes. You also might meet friends on your floor or in your dorm. My next question is, how was adjusting to life at Fordham and overall just like college? Let me be real with you guys, the adjustment was so incredibly hard. I cried, I think, every single day of August and September. But you just adjust, you get used to it. That's pretty similar to a lot of other colleges. You're gonna have to adjust, and it's probably gonna be really hard, but a lot of people are going through the exact same thing. That's a great way to bond with people and meet new friends as well. Another thing that was great and kind of like helped me cope was exploring the city and like going out and doing things. So that's another reason why I specifically love Fordham, because I was never bored. I could always do something. Obviously there are some cons, and I want to be as real with you guys as possible. The one thing I did not like about Fordham was that this is kind of like really specific, but this bothered me. My philosophy teacher made us print every single thing that we read. We read maybe like 8 readings, and they were all at least like 30 pages. And at Fordham, you don't get like unlimited printing money. You have a set amount, like 5 cents per page. But like when people say it doesn't run out, like for me, like my money did run out and I had to add more money. I was just annoyed. I wish that the printing was free. Also, our printers break a lot. Like the printer in my dorm broke, and the printer in the dorm right next to us broke, so I'd always have to like walk to print, which like is lazy of me, that like it bothered me, but that was really annoying. Another thing I don't love about Fordham is like you spend a lot of money when you go into Manhattan. And that is something that a lot of people ask about. How do you manage your money? This honestly depends on who you are. Like if you're able to like not spend your money and you're really good with your money, then you should be fine. But if you tend to be a little bit more impulsive and like spend your money, going to school in New York City you're gonna spend a lot. You're gonna want to go out. You're gonna want to go to a fun museum or go to the really cool like concert or a really nice restaurant. Obviously there's so much shopping. Like you're gonna want to do all of that, so you are gonna spend money. Like that is just like inevitable. But where I get annoyed a little bit with Fordham is that we don't really have free transportation into Manhattan. So while only taking the train is $5 or taking the Ram van is like $4, and then the subway is like $3, it all adds up. So that kind of always bothers me. I wish that we had some sort of like student pass or like even like more of a discount, because a huge part of like Fordham Rose Hill, at least in the Bronx, is like they want you to explore Manhattan. They want you to get out there and explore, but it really adds up. One trip to Manhattan, like just transportation wise, $5 there, $5 back for me, at least if I take the Metro North. So that's $10 each time I go into Manhattan. I just wish the transportation was free, but it's not, unless you take classes and then you get free Ram van passes. Another con, specifically just like for my living thing right now, I absolutely love my dorm and I love everyone in it and I love like my building, but we have a lot of scaffolding going on right now in construction, and it is really annoying. They'll like drill really early in the morning. Actually, they'll drill at like 9 a.m., but that's early. Like if you're in college, like that's early. On top of that, since they're like drilling outside of our window, they need to like put a blue sheen like over our windows so they can't see inside our room, which is great. Like, okay, it's good that they can't see inside our room, but it's annoying because if we like open our shades and we have the blue, then our whole entire room is blue. Otherwise, we'll just close the shades and have the overhead lighting on all day, which makes me go absolutely crazy. So I'm just hoping that they get this construction done so that we can have natural light in the room. But that's specifically just for my building. All the other buildings are fine. It's just I was unlucky with that. As I was saying before, I don't really love the core curriculum, but at any liberal arts college, that's pretty much what you're gonna get. Any college in general, you're gonna have to take your gen eds. Now, my highlights of Fordham, I want to end on a positive note. Here are some of my specific highlights that I've done that have been so fun. First day of classes, my roommates and some other girls in my dorm, we all went down to Eddie's, which is our little quad, at 11 p.m. and we watched the moon because the moon apparently was really big that night and really bright. So we got a little blanket and we just laid on Eddie's, and it was so nice and peaceful. I also love doing late night walks around campus. My friend Annika and I will walk around campus late at night and share headphones and just talk and stuff. Another great thing to do in the fall is go to the botanical gardens in the fall. It is so beautiful, and they have really good pumpkin spice lattes. There's pumpkins everywhere. You can paint pumpkins. The fall foliage is stunning. And then obviously New York City in December and during the Christmas time is just wonderful. There's so much stuff to do. You can be super touristy, you don't have to be super touristy, but there's just so much stuff to do. Overall, I'm really loving Fordham so far, and I hope that I continue to love it. That's my personal experience, and I hope that helped answer some of your questions. I want to make another day in the life at Fordham video when I go back to school, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.